Hey there, toy collector friends and Batman fans alike. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Triple TC, and today we are looking at another entry into the Batman Automobilia collection. And this is one of the slightly more left field entries, if you like. It's direct from Detective Comics issue 667, and it is the Bat Subway Rocket. Now, again, this was produced by Hero Collector and Eagle Moss back in the day. And it's one of the larger pieces. It's not a special edition, but it is one of the larger pieces. And it does have a very interesting backdrop and a detailed base upon which it sits. Again, I'll give you the sort of 360-ish or 180, I suppose. I'm not really sure which it would be. Overview with the case on it, so you can see, unfortunately, the alignment there isn't great, but if I try and move it, it'll end up screwing up the bat sticker, as I've discovered in on other items. But yeah, it's an interesting one, as you can see. It's an interesting one, and it's quite as I say, it's quite large, and it does feel quite hefty. So we'll do the usual thing. We'll get the case off it, and we'll take a much more closer look. We'll also look at the lenticular backdrop. Whilst I'm getting the lid off, it would be great if you could drop a like for the video, and of course, if you haven't already, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe to the channel. I know you hear it all the time from YouTubers, but it really does help, especially when you're a small channel like me. There's no monetization involved or anything like that. It's purely just to get the videos out and about. And it's again a massive stroke for my ego. Is a painful reality that at least I own it. I accept that. It's just great to actually see people who want to look at some of the content that I produce. Obviously, there's a range of stuff here, so have a look around the channel. You might see something else that grabs your interest if you are indeed new here. Right. If not, don't worry. There's no obligation to do that, obviously, and I'm just glad that you're here for the short term. So here we have the lenticular backdrop. For those not familiar, you can see that sort of spiraling as the light catches it. It's a slightly ridged art approach, whereby it's sort of a slightly layered artifact. That means, even though it is flat, there are ridges on here that, as I say, you can see more easily when the light is pooling across it that way. But when you angle it slightly, you can get a bit of a 3D element. You can see it looks like things are moving around. There's a bit of a 3D element to it. It's almost a shame that when they produce these, they're not produced in a slightly different design of case, where they are slightly curved, because then that is in play. Because it's sort of flat at the back, you don't really get to see it that much, but you can a bit. So yeah, so that's the detailing, and it does look like it's lifted directly from panels from the comic itself. But for now, we'll put it over there and take a look at the main event. And the main event is this subway rocket. Now we can see the exterior has a sort of bat-esque frontage there, along with front lights with sort of yellowish neon yellow and plain white front-facing lights. And I say front-facing lights, but hold that thought. You can see that it's on tracks, very comic accurate. Well, I was going to say comic accurate, but certainly in terms of art design, they're kind of comic accurate. Where you can see that it is literally sort of the wooden sleepers and the metallic rails of a train track. The other side has the red lights denoted by the sort of translucent red plastic there at the back, but it sort of mirrors the front a bit, okay? And the idea, and it's got this sort of raised up bat spoiler at the back here. And then we can see, we'll also take a look, not something we always look at, but we'll zoom in a little bit for this because it's kind of important. Are the wheels, really. They've got that sort of lovely, there's sort of a brown hue to the outer rim of the wheel, and then that silver detailing across the wheels. Otherwise, we've got a handrail there, as you can see, with what I would say to be foot posts that you would put your feet in to get access, and these interesting silver details here that again mirror each side, and the reason being is that this can go in both directions. So it can go this way, and then presumably the lights will change and it can go the other way, and these alternate. So if this was now the front, this would come down. It doesn't obviously do it because it's a model, it's not a toy per se. And this one would then go up so that they directly mirror themselves, and then it can shoot back along the tracks without having to do any complicated turning around. Now, I don't quite know how that plays out. I'm trying to sort this so that it doesn't too badly affect your ability to see inside the that might do it. Inside the cockpit, there is quite a bit of detailing. You can see that there's 3 screens there, and also 3 screens. I hope you can see that. 3 screens, that's easier. 3 screens there, with a degree of, well, a little bit of interior detailing there. You can see the seating. I'm not sure, from a mechanics point of view, how this would rotate or indeed flip for when it goes in the other direction, but then perhaps it doesn't need to. Perhaps it can just be operated and they can see what's coming on the screens anyway, because it's quite I argue that they might not be able to see exactly what's coming their way, so they might be dependent on the screens, a bit like the old Captain Scarlet pursuit vehicles, where they drove backwards peculiarly. So just to give you the full picture, there's the other side of it, which does mirror pretty much what you've seen on the display side. It's held in, as you can see there, by screws, so it doesn't easily come away from the base, which is nice. It's quite nice to have it held in securely. But I kind of like this unusual design. And I'm calling it an unusual design because it isn't something you see all the time. And I don't know how frequently it appeared in the comics. So if any of you know more about this particular vessel, then do please let me know in the comments down below why it was deployed. I'm assuming, because I'm trying to remember what I read about it in the magazine back in the day when I had easy access to the magazines when I first got it. And I'm sure it was to do with, because they couldn't operate above ground for some reason, so they were using disused railway tracks under Gotham City in order to get around, and this is why they used this. But that's a very vague memory, and it may be substantially untrue. So please, if you know anything to the contrary, do let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, again, I think it's a really nice realization of what probably looked really fantastic in the original comic release. It's the sort of thing that I think would really inspire young minds, well, and more mature minds alike, to be honest. As I say, I really like the design of it. I like the concept that it can go forwards or backwards with the flick of a switch. Again, I'm not sure how it works in the cockpit. Again, if anyone does know, feel free to let me know in the comments. But I am a big fan of this particular look. Obviously, there's many more Bat vehicles and a few Bat villain vehicles as well from the Rogues Gallery to add to the collection. If you have a particular favourite Bat vehicle that you know was released in the Batman Automobilia range, please do let me know, because I do have the entire collection. And if there's one you'd like me to showcase, then by all means let me know in the comments. I will dig it out, and I will put that, I will prioritise that for my sequence of videos. More than happy to do that. I'm not married to my existing plan. But yes, so do let me know again in the comments down below. And as I mentioned, if you haven't already, do drop me a subscription if you feel up to it and able. Also means you'll never miss a future video, which may well touch on something that is of interest to you, like Doctor Who or Star Trek or Star Wars, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Battlestar Galactica, more Batman stuff. Who knows what is out there? waiting to be discovered. And also, of course, there's a bit of a back catalogue as well that you're more than welcome to explore. And indeed, if you are interested in Bat vehicles, there's a whole Batman Automobilia playlist that I'm gradually adding to over time. And as I say, if you want to contribute to that playlist by suggesting one of the vehicles you'd like me to look at, then by all means let me know down below. Okay, I've been the Triple TC, that's the Time Travelling Toy Collector. You have been a fantastic audience for the last 11 or so minutes. And this has been the Batman Subway Rocket, as it appeared in Detective Comics issue 667, as realised by our old friends at Eagle Moss and Hero Collector as part of the Batman Automobilia collection. And it just remains for me to say that A, I look forward to seeing you in a future, or indeed a past video, and that a thing of beauty really is a toy forever. Take care. Bye-bye for now.